Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on SOFI just 5 days ago. As you can see, 5 days ago I made it, and this is the screenshot where I've told you that potentially we might have another leg to the upside that will reach about $10.53 mark, and it is a less likely outcome. The probability of this type of outcomes is not more than 15%. And here is the actual price action, and as you can see, we hit exactly the same level that I showed you in the video. And this was the most prominent outcome. It might happen in 85% of cases. And guys, I think I am the only YouTuber who shows not only wins but also losses. And with this movement to the upside, ask yourself, would you enter your position at this very point if you were told that the probability of the next movement to the upside is not more than 15%? Definitely you wouldn't do it. And it reached about less than 5% of potential profit, and then it has quite a harsh retracement.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So guys, my name is Andrei, and on today's video I will show you my thoughts on SOFI stock, and I will show you what should we expect next from the technical standpoint. And let's start with the analysis itself. I've told you at this very point that we have not more than 15% probability to hit higher targets. Most likely we might have this retracement, and this is the most probable. This was the most probable outcome. So, as you can see, during this movement to the upside, this asset didn't have enough volume, and I have to say that because of this breakout, and then when it returned to the same exact level, we can assume that we might see the trend continuation. And for now, let's continue with the fundamental analysis. So, if you click on this tiny icon, you can see several articles. One of the latest one was made on December 27, and it's titled Bull Stampede, SOFI stock will give investors more in 2024. And this is quite bullish article, which set a price target for this stock at roughly as you can see, $14 price point. And it explains pretty good the upside potential for this stock. But in general, I have to say that from the technical standpoint, we have to see the retracement. And take a look on its performance. If you Google SOFI stock and switch to yearly performance, you can see that it gained more than 121% for the past year. And this achievement is quite good. Definitely, it beats the SPY index for more than 10 folds. And in general, right after this quite significant movement to the upside, especially for the high volatile stocks, we have to see some retracement. And let me show you that if you switch to new stuff folder, you can see several articles, several latest articles that are quite bullish on SOFI. And it shows you, as you can see, the screenshot of these articles are quite meaningful with a bunch of dollar bills. And this leads to the conclusion that someone wants to push this asset even higher. And let me show you what should you pay your attention to. If you take a look on the list of analytic firms that made a forecast on this asset, you can see that since the end of November, we don't have any latest updates, and the consensus analyst price target is $8.78, which is about 11.75% of downside potential. But at the same time, if you take a look on the list of institutional investors, you can see that, for example, Fidelity opened a lot of new positions in SOFI, and they are extremely bullish. As you can see, they added new position for $2.5 million, $300,000. Next one, they rebalance their portfolio. They add 3.71% to this index fund, and their total position became almost $20 million. They also have some rebalancing on these positions as well. They opened tiny position for $2,000. Here you can see that they opened quite a substantial position for more than $14 million. And guys, this shows that a lot of institutional investors are waiting for the major movement to the upside. But keep in mind that this date is not a deal execution date, it is just a filing date. And the real execution date was made about 45 days prior of this date. This means these companies already hold their position for more than a month and a half. And if you take a look right here on the institutional ownership of SOFI, you can see that in December of last year, they set pretty much a record for the entire 2023, where the institutional ownership of this asset became the highest for the last trailing 12 months. And on top of that, take a look on the Cathy Sark website, which tracks the activity of Cathy Wood's ARK Invest funds. At the very end of December, as you can see, they added to their position more than 25,000 shares, and this is another sign that this company is worth your attention. But you have to be very cautious, because let's continue with the technical analysis. And before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, if you want to know more about its price action, feel free to join my Patreon account, where I will explain you more details and I will show you more tips and tricks in regards to the certain assets. On top of that, first 100 patrons will receive my personal due diligence on any asset that you will choose, and this is my present to you for the New Year party. And let's continue with analysis itself. At this very moment, I've told you that we have to see a three-wave structure to the downside, because we completed 5 waves. If it is the third wave on a slightly bigger scale, we've completed these 5 waves and we have to see this retracement. But so far, I have to admit that potentially we have the B wave that is a bit higher than the previous top of the 5th wave, and it is an internal 5th wave, but on a bigger scale, it is nothing else but this is the first wave, second, third. We are about to see another leg to the downside to complete the 4th wave, and next leg to the upside that will complete its entire movement from the end of November till the point where it will have a trend reversal. But so far, we are at this quite harsh decrease in its price. And take a look on the volume. The volume is quite significant during this sell-off. And on top of that, if you take a look on indicators, you can see, for example, if you switch to 4 hours time frame, we formed another bearish divergence. We have higher highs on the price action with the lower highs on the side. And if you switch on a daily time frame, this pattern becomes even more significant. As you can see, we have clear lower highs on our side, and we have clear higher highs on the price action. Let me show you like this. And this means it is, if you want to enter your long position, it is the worst point where you can do it, because in the majority of cases, I would say in more than 80% probability, we might have another leg to the downside that will land somewhere lower. And this how technical analysis works. And if you want to know more, subscribe and join my Patreon account. In about a couple of days, I will do another update on SOFI, where I will show you the real price targets for its retracement. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.